The BBC's controversial new documentary The Princes and the Press last night focused on how Harry and Meghan quit the royal family, with the Sun's explosive Megxit revelations featuring heavily. The Times royal correspondent Valentine Lowe, who broke the story of bullying claims, told presenter Amol Rajan, "These people, I know, 2.5 years later, when I'm writing this story, some of them were in tears. They were still severely psychologically traumatized. So, something went badly wrong." But Meghan's lawyer Jenny Afia, a firm Shillings, replied, "There were massive inaccuracies in that story. It's hard to prove a negative. If you haven't bullied someone, how do you show you haven't?" Asked if Meghan is a bully, she said, "Absolutely not. Besides, the fractured relationship between the Sussexes and the Cambridges has not yet been repaired." A royal expert has claimed that William and Kate will not stay with Harry and Meghan when they visit California on their upcoming trip to the U.S. Jonathan Sacerdoti said, "It's like so many of these things, it's a sort of lose-lose situation. If they get invited and they decline, it seems petty and nasty. And if they don't get invited, it seems petty and nasty from the other side." Speaking to US Weekly, he added, "And if they do accept such an invitation and something goes terribly wrong, that seems like a bad idea. I can't quite see how this would work." Tension between the two couples appeared to be one of a number of factors leading to Harry and Meghan's royal exit last year. As highlighted by the BBC's Princes and the Press documentary released this week, one story regarding Meghan and Kate proved to be a turning point for the worse. In November 2018, The Telegraph reported that Meghan made Kate cry at a bridesmaid's dress fitting for Princess Charlotte. Kensington Palace didn't comment on the story when it was published. Meghan later told Oprah Winfrey in March 2021 that the report was false, and in fact it was her, not Kate, who had ended up in tears after the dress fitting. The Duchess of Sussex added that Kate owned it and apologized to her with a handwritten note and flowers. Speaking about the controversy on the documentary, Sunday Times journalist Valentine Lowe said, "I wrote a story for my paper about Meghan, and it was all about how she was a breath of fresh air, she was something positive for the royal family, she was bringing something new. It was definitely 85% positive. If I remember correctly, the story about Meghan allegedly making Kate cry was a bit later that autumn. That was one of the turning points. It was a turning point because it opened up a sort of narrative, a soap opera storyline, the battling duchesses, and once people could seize on that, they could pursue it." Camilla Tominey, the reporter who broke the story about the bridesmaid's dress fitting, explained how she was briefed about the incident. She said, "Well, you're taking soundings about how it is going, and in the course of doing that you might hear stuff like, for instance, 'Did you hear about the bridesmaid's dress fitting? As far as I heard, the Duchess of Cambridge ended up in tears.' Right, do we know or how that happened? No, I didn't hear anything more about it." Host Amol Rajan then pressed Ms. Tominey to describe the sources who briefed her for the story, to which she replied, "I'm just not going to be drawn on any sources." While Meghan said it was Kate who had made her cry, a royal expert claimed, following the Oprah interview, that the Duchess of Cambridge was mortified by this version of events. Katie Nichols told, "From what I hear, there are different versions of the bridesmaid's story, not just the one Meghan discussed. Kate felt it was all sorted, so to have it brought up again was mortifying. Kate is not in a position to respond and Meghan and Harry know that." Ms. Nichols added that Kate has never wanted reports of a rift with Meghan to be published in the press. She added, "Kate is so discreet and respects her personal life. You never hear about her falling out with anyone because she is very careful with how she treats others." Kate and William both feel they were hugely welcoming to Meghan and Harry.